You probably already heard the rumblings that nothing is sacred in the Marvel Universe, that now Spider-Gwen, the Gwen Stacy of Earth 65, has now suddenly done something that is shaking the Marvel Universe to its core, because now she is quite literally undone one of the most divisive storylines in all of Spider-Man history, the night Gwen Stacy died. What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Welcome back to the channel. Well, today I kind of want to talk a little bit about something that I got asked about on Threads. Somebody asked how I felt about the stuff going on right now with Gwen Stacy, aka Spider-Gwen, aka Spider-Woman, aka Ghost Spider, aka whatever we're calling Gwen this week. You know, between all the shenanigans going on with Gwen Stacy and Spider-Gwen and Gwenpool and everything else, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird right now, but hey, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? For those curious, in what is, I believe it was Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider number 15, it was revealed that after the whole setup they were doing, where Gwen was going after King Loki, which is a alternate reality version of Loki who was trying to get his hands on the Cosmic Cube. In the midst of all that, Gwen wound up merging with the Cosmic Cube, and there was the entity, the embodiment of the Cosmic Cube basically revealed itself to Gwen as just her normal, regular, degular self. Like, so there was two Gwens in Gwen's mind, the Cosmic Cube and then Gwen herself, the whole Mind Palace thing. But what was kind of weird is that in the end of this issue, which, let's go ahead and address this elephant in the room. Spider-Gwen gets relaunched a lot. Yeah, lots of characters get relaunched, but she has been relaunched about as many times as some characters that have been around since the 70s, which is just crazy to me. By now, I think she has had at least 4 or 5, maybe 6, possibly 7 relaunches, but that's a story for another day. I'm like just trying to figure out what we're doing here. Like, what are we doing here with this? Can we just let her just have a run and be done with it? Can we do that? That'd be awesome. At the end of issue 15, she basically rewrites reality, not for everybody, but just for herself. This is the thing I kind of really want to focus on, is that she rewrites reality and basically undoes her current status quo. Now, I would forgive y'all for not knowing what her current status quo is. I actually had to make notes about this because her history is something that, while I am familiar with the character, I don't read every single fucking issue of every single comic that she is in, because yeah, some of them are good, some of them are not. That's the only reason. That's the only reason you need, really. So basically, since her first appearance, and I actually, like I said, I have all this written down, because like I said, I would not remember this off the dome. But yeah, since her first appearance in 2014's Edge of Spider-Verse, she lost her powers somewhere down the stretch in 2016. Basically, what happened was Silk depowered her. Silk depowered Spider-Gwen, or rather, I think around the time she, first off, this might be confusing to people. A lot of people call her Spider-Gwen. Her name actually is not Spider-Gwen. That's just the name of the comic, so people know who you're talking about. But I think around the time she was still Spider-Woman, and then she eventually became Ghost Spider later. And in Spider-Gwen Volume 2, number 8, which, once again, right there, already, we've already relaunched the character inside of 2 years. Basically, the long and short of it is that, for those unfamiliar, Gwen comes from Earth 65, which technically was not always the case, actually. To my understanding, she was originally from Earth 14 to 11. Somewhere in the middle of all that, stuff got changed around, and she jumped realities more or less. But yeah, now she's from Earth 65. But basically, the Cindy Moon of Earth 65 had revealed that the spider that gave Spider-Gwen her abilities was created by her, and she basically repoed those abilities from Gwen, and Gwen walked around powerless for a little bit. For a minute. I can't remember the exact release schedule, but just know that in the time that happened in Spider-Gwen Volume 2, number 8, it would later be revealed in Spider-Gwen Volume 2, number 24, that Gwen gained access to the Venom symbiote of her reality. And then somewhere in and around 2024, she wound up gaining a similar ability to Miles Morales, that she could emit bioelectricity. Gwen's gone through a lot of changes. So in these last few issues of Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider, it kind of makes sense to me, honestly, that, yeah, I think this is just normal for Gwen Stacy. Every time I look up, something about her is being changed on some level. And if this is the status quo, this is what it always is going to be, just her jumping from one status quo to the next. Honestly, if that's her thing, that's her thing, and I don't have any beef with it. As long as people are having fun, I generally don't care. So in the final pages of Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider number 15, Gwen says, I don't want to write another ending. I think it's time to do something different. You could imagine why. I mean, she's been jumping realities and, doing all kind of wacky, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, multiversey shenanigans and hanging out with the Time Variance Authority and all this other stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. So basically what's happened here is that Gwen Stacy has rewritten reality. She's no longer on Earth 65. She's no longer a refugee in someone else's reality. She has changed the Marvel Comics universe's history so that she is the Gwen Stacy of Earth 616. And I know what you're probably thinking. Wait, she said she wasn't changing history for anybody else, but she kind of did, right? I mean, she's alive. And not only is she alive, but so too is her dad, Captain Stacy. He's alive as well. It's almost as if she basically took the life and the family that she had from her reality, brought it over to the 616. Continuity be damned. And once again, this changes a lot of things. But what we do know is that in all of this change up, Gwen has lost the Venom symbiote. She no longer has it. However, she got her powers back. Like her regular spider powers. She has those again. But we know that her Venom symbiote is very likely still around. We see in a preview for the all-new Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, the number 1 that comes out this August. That's a mouthful of a name, I'm sorry. All-new Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, number 1 in August. Yeah, that is crazy to say out loud. But basically we learn she's got a new look, she's got a new costume, got her old powers back, and there is something very symbiotic lurking in the underground of New York and is not really happy with her. There's a new symbiotic villain called Tantrum that is on the way, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say this very well is likely her old symbiote that has come back for revenge. Something that we have seen before in regards to characters like Peter Parker. That's how the whole Venom thing kicked off. It was basically Spider-Man getting the alien costume in 1984's Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. Later on finding out it's actually an alien costume, him getting rid of the alien costume because he realizes it's alive and it's f***ing with him, and next thing you know, he kicks it to the curb and it goes and finds Eddie Brock. It sounds like it's very much the same thing here for Spider-Gwen, but while all of that is all fine and dandy, the thing that's actually kicking my ass is that I just don't know what to think about this. Because once again, Spider-Gwen is now in a different reality and things have changed. Must be Wednesday. So yeah, it's not like it's that huge of a deal. But I get why people are kind of concerned, because it's almost like the sanctity of Gwen Stacy doesn't matter to Marvel anymore. That was kind of the thing that made Gwen Stacy interesting, is that she was a character, at least when I'm talking about Gwen Stacy, I'm talking about Spider-Gwen, is that yes, main continuity Gwen Stacy, very dead. But now it's like, well, no, we just undid all that. That's what this feels like, because it's not like she's taking on a new identity. At least it doesn't seem that way. She's still being referred to as Gwen. Is she using the Lisa Rogers persona now? Or, because I mean, once again, she's referred to as Gwen by her dad. Her dad refers to her as Gwen, so I don't think she's using Lisa Rogers anymore. At least I don't think she is. When the whole series kicked off, she had kind of let go of that persona. Like, she wasn't really taking the whole Lisa Rogers thing seriously that the TVA had set her up with. So yeah, it seems like she's just back to being Gwen. And yeah, what does this mean for the Spider universe going forward? Like, how does this affect Peter Parker? Does this affect Green Goblin anyway? Because once again, it's very plainly stated that she only changed shit for her, but her existing literally changes shit for a lot of people. So, I mean, I don't know. I got questions. You know, like, at best, I got questions. Like, and I want to make sure we go back to this. She says, I got the chance to rewrite my life, not the universe or the multiverse, just my life. But your life affects so many other people. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? I don't understand anymore. I don't understand. But yeah, but once again, I think that, you know, as messy as this kind of sounds, I hope that there's a good story behind it. Because if there's a good story, look, if there's a good story behind something, I'm willing to let a lot of bullshit slide. That's just how I work. It's how I move. But man, if this is one of those things that's just gonna kind of go down as, you know, one of the dumbest things that has ever been done, I'm gonna have a lot of questions. And I think other people should too. Now, to be fair, there will be consistency going into all new Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider #1, because it's still gonna have the same creative team. As far as I know, it's gonna be Stephanie Phillips still writing. It's still gonna be Paolo Villanelli. So, I mean, yeah, it should still be good. I mean, like I said, I don't think the book has been bad by any stretch of the imagination, but just like, man, dude, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing right now, Marvel? Like, what are we doing? I mean, is nothing sacred anymore? Is Uncle Ben gonna come back? Huh? Oh, hell no!